Hello everybody again. I think that we can start because I can see that we've got more than 70 participants on the call. So welcome on our webinar, where we would like to share with you some news from Intersolar fair. This webinar is going to be in English, but of course we will have three groups where you can hear the interpretation to Polish, Hungarian, and Czech language. So my name is Jan Stolz, and I'm regional manager for Central Europe, and I will guide you through the beginning and introduce you Solarity. And with me is also Víta Rosík, who are the global product manager, and he will lead you through the rest of the presentation and tell you something about the news. And also in the group, in the interpreters group, you've got interpreters for Hungarian, which is Krzysztof Horvat, for Polish, Dominik Florek, and for Czech, Janko Borisov. You've got also a Q&A section where you can ask a question. You can ask the question even in your local language, and we will answer you immediately. And in the end of the presentation, we will have Q&A section, so you can ask your question, and we will try to answer. So in the beginning, let's start with kind of icebreaker. I would like to start a poll. And where are you coming to get information, where are you coming from? So pool already started, so I'll just ask you to complete. Thank you. It's nice. Okay, so now you can see the results. So majority participants are from Czech Republic, following Hungary and Poland. So thank you very much. And now let's start with the webinar. So about the agenda. So as I said in the beginning, I will talk about Solarity. I will introduce you us. And the main topic of this webinar is the news from Intersolar. You will also see, you will also get the information about the modules, inverters, and ESS. And as I said, in the end, we will have some kind of Q&A question section. Okay, so we are Solarity. We are your solar partner. We call ourselves the add value distributor. So we want to be something more than just simple distributor. And how the story with Solarity starts. So we started as an EPC installer in 2009. And then in 2011, we have decided we would like also be a distributor. And until 2022, we are present in Central Europe in a majority of countries. We are pretty strong in Hungarian, so we are, I think, pretty recognized distributor in the Central Europe. Something about us in numbers. So far we are able to deliver more than 350 megawatt per year. We are present in more than 30 countries. You will see it on the map on the next slide. In our company, we've got more than 10 nationalities. We've got also lots of offices in Prague, in Warsaw, in Casablanca. And we, as I said, we consider ourselves as a value-added distributor. So we would like you to focus on your business, and the rest, the supply of the goods, you can leave with us. So that's our strategy. So to let you focus on your business and do what you are best. And as I said, we are the value-added distributor, so we would like to bring you more value than just a simple box mover. So we would like to give you the technical know-how. We would like we also are able to provide you with some financial products. We've got special partner programs. That means that if you order more goods, you will have better prices. We also are trying, to have local support in the local languages, and also very important for us and for our portfolio is to have training, because we would like, to have products which are reliable, and we would like, you provide you with the training and with the news about those products. Of course, logistics, we are cooperating with the let's say best logistic companies in the Europe. And that's the map I was mentioning. As you can see, we are present, in a majority of European countries. We are pretty strong with the Central and Eastern Europe. We've got head office in Prague, and also warehouse in Prague. We've got offices in Warsaw, in Kiev. We've got warehouse also in Poland. We are pretty strong in Morocco and also in the Middle East, in Jordan. So our portfolio is really, we are trying to choose the best quality. As I said, we are trying to have the reliable, brands which are easy to sell for you, easy to install, and which got proven performance. That's the list of our partners. It's majority of them are tier 1 partners, and we are really trying, to cooperate with long-term, let's say, relationship. We are trying to cooperate with the companies who are able, to provide us with the information, to provide us with our training. We are cooperating with the partners which we know that their products are reliable. Our offer, consists offer for residentials. So we've got all what appliances you need for residential project, and also we've got all appliances which you need for solar parks projects, for example. So we are, as I said, we are value-added distributor, and we would like to have a long cooperation and long relationship with you. So that was, I think, all about the Solarity. Now I would like to run another poll, which is question: what's your experience with us? So please, can you answer those questions? Then I will share with you. Okay, thank you. So here you can see the answers. So I can see that we've got pretty potential new partners here. So welcome. And now I think it's time to hand over to Víta, and he will share with you the news from the Intersolar exhibition.
Good morning, everybody. I will close this one. So my name is Víta Rosík, and I did already similar presentation for our clients in November 2021. So now we will continue with let's say overview of main products that are coming to let's say our portfolio and our warehouses, but we had a chance to visit and also be present in Intersolar for the first time. So we will present also for you some update from Intersolar, what's new, what's happening in the market. So I would like to start with let's say Polysilicon, with issues with prices that all of us facing these days. Here you can see some let's say historical data from 2018. You can see that prices were down for Polysilicon since end of 2020. So when Corona begins basically in the world, prices go up. Yeah, from several reasons, from lockdowns. There were also issues in factories in China, and now you can see where we are. Yeah, we are in a 400% increase in US dollars. And we add to this chart also euros and dollars chart. So you can see also the gap between these two currencies are going closer and closer, which is issue for European market because prices are in euros, but production in China and their export is in dollars. So this exchange rate also make a trouble to all of us basically. And when this exchange rate change, also producer reflect this change to distributors and EPCs basically. In this slide, you can see the development of prices for that exact cell. So you can see G1 and M6 as old one. They are going up much more compared to M10 and G12. That's why more and more PV manufacturers switching their production and also development to M12 and G12 that are a little bit cheaper. In this slide, you can see, let's say, relationship. It's a correlation between polysilicon price, so let's say the entrance, and module price. So you can see if, let's say, M12 or G12 cell or module change price just a little bit, the price is not so high, the difference between prices. But in G1 and M6, they are more sensitive to price change, so also the prices change a little bit more significantly. So now we will start with overview from Intersolar, which was in mid of May. So this is pretty fresh update. I would say the main message from Intersolar was BIPV, so building integrated photovoltaic. We can see, we could see also in the past, and we will see it in the future, that more and more photovoltaic will be installed in also facade or will be implemented to the roofs. So also from architectural point of view and from design point of view, it's a little bit more nature. It's not so interrupting the design of buildings. So it will be more and more nature to have these products in our lives and help us in somehow independency of energy. We could see also new kind of floating system with trackers or storage system from PV, and also flexible PV modules. Regarding efficiency and, let's say, modules, which is the most expensive thing from a whole system of photovoltaic, we could see more and more heterojunction modules. So let's say different structure of layers in that cells, in that modules. There are also presented tandem perovskite module. So basically it's a thin film together with PERC modules. So that efficiency can be a little bit bigger. It's somehow booster. We are on the beginning, or the market is on the beginning. But also silicon has some limitation in energy efficiency, so manufacturers are trying to find some little bit different way that can help a segment to grow again and again. More and more modules were N-type. We can see that, let's say, this kind of technology, which is old, is more and more popular because the prices are not so significant higher than P-type. Also in Solarity portfolio, we can see it. So we reflect it, and we will have more and more N-type modules for you, mainly for residential, but also for commercial. What we could find there was also software development. So nowadays, or in the near future, when we will design a new project or projects, we can also reflect, let's say, a whole system needs, consumption or needs. So in a residential PV project, we can calculate also with EV car or let's say electromobility, about charging, about boiler or batteries. So nowadays we can work a little bit more advanced in these softwares. There were also presented trackers. It was similar to last year, but also here is some development. The target is, of course, to have higher efficiency or higher production. So between modules, they are finding to provide, let's say, zero gap or something similar, or avoid some shading between rows. So this was also a nice message that they are not sleeping, they are developing, let's say, better solutions. On that last picture is a metal station. So this looks like from the space, from the Mars. So this is metal station that can really tell us some interesting information about production and what should we really receive from the PV. So in a real data, in the real time, we can basically find out if something happening on our PV project remotely or not. Of course, ESS is a huge topic, and it's connected to photovoltaic. So we saw more and more battery energy storage system for utility or for commercial systems. Hydrogen was a really interesting topic for this Intersolar, because connection between hydrogen and photovoltaic is really great, and there is a huge potential. Some PV manufacturers also presented that they are starting focusing on hydrogen, and they would like to provide in the future some generators for hydrogen. So there were these, let's say, converters. It's we are really on the beginning of a huge new era or a huge new sector, let's say. Also, battery storage system, it's issue in general, the safety. Yeah, is it really safe? So in this Intersolar was presented also early warning system. So based on some gas sensors, we can prevent some huge issues in, let's say, cells errors or cell damages. Kokam presented battery cells. Basically, we are not focusing as a Solarity on single cells, but we are focusing on systems. So, but of course, we have our own decision and our, let's say, technical advisors that are telling us what is better to have in portfolio and what kind of PV systems, means inverter plus battery storage system, work with what kind of batteries and what is the best in the market, and also compare to the purchase price and reliability, efficiency, etc. Recycling, it's a huge topic. We can see some, let's say, more and more solutions or programs for recycling PV modules. We could see also something about batteries, but don't forget batteries, and yeah, we can use them also in the future when you have a warranty for 5-10 years for batteries. But these batteries, for example, from cars, can be used in standalone battery storages for residential. So this is also some kind of recycling, this second life of batteries. So this is for sure huge potential, and this is future, how to use batteries from EV. As I already mentioned, hydrogen was presented, and also some real examples how to convert, let's say, electricity to hydrogen and how to store it, and standard battery energy storage system for our residential projects, and how to use in clever and smart way this energy, because for sure you don't want to store 10 kilowatt hours or 15 kilowatt hours of energy and then use it during 1 or 2 hours to just a little bit charge your car. So it has to be smart energy. So it's connected to basically this slide, when in, let's say, old point of view, we use these direct lines for transport or using energy, different kind of energy. And in the future, it will be early smart grid. So we can share the capacity, we can share the storage, we can share the transport of energy, and this has to be in a smart way connected, and then we can use also somehow a balance system which is really sustainable and balanced. For residential, it's, as I said, it's let's say the main topic, how to set up the system. You can install it, but let's say more difficult and maybe more important is how that system will work. So if you have a PV with batteries, and then you don't have some, let's say, smart controlling or some PLC, or the residential, let's say, grid, this one address or house doesn't have some small electricity, small featuring, we can use some PLC or smart management system that can turn on, turn off, or send some energy to specific location or to some specific device. So for sure this will be future, how to in smart way use our production from electricity. Now I will start with what will come to Solarity. We will start with Canadian. During next 6 months, we can expect, let's say, the original series Haiku Small, which is right now in our portfolio. So you can count with power output 375 and 380. Haiku Large, it's also in our portfolio right now, and still you can count in 6 months with same power output 450, 455 in your projects. We will have also in stock bifacial modules 450, and there is a new product, Haiku 6 Mini. It's black frame. We will talk about it in next slides, focusing on each brand, and there will be some range 395, 415, Haiku 6 Large, and this is 540, 550, and then new series Haiku 7, which was also presented in Intersolar. So there is a version also small and large, so small up to 600 and large up to 655. Qcells has 2 options. Both of them are black frame. 370, 375 is a G10, and MLG10 405 and 410. So these 2 series are new since first quarter of this year. So these are new products which we have in our portfolio and also in our stock. We cooperate also with Phono. For residential, there is 380 and 415, and for commercial, let's say, you can count with 450. Jinko will have a lot of N-type modules, but we will have also in stock P-type, so a little bit cheaper option, but you know, advantages of N-type, mainly for residential, better degradation and warranties. So you can see P-type from 400 to 410, and we will have pretty wide range of N-type that are coming to our stock from 410 up to 425. And you can see also we will have N-type from them 470. We will have also bifacial 530 for commercial projects, but we will have it in stock, and P-type 545 watt peaks. Now I will start with Canadian Solar about news from Intersolar. Canadian presented a new product, High Hero, which is a heterojunction module with higher efficiency, 22.5% as a maximum. Yeah, and these modules will be available in Q4. We already pre-ordered some for you, so you can count with these, let's say, high-tech modules for your clients. Haiku 6 Mini was already mentioned. We will have full black, and we will have black frame. And Haiku 7 Large was also presented as a new product in a Canadian portfolio. I make it as a bold what is mainstream in our portfolio, so you can focus on this exact power output to have, let's say, clear overview. So in residential segment, you can count as a majority of 405 watt peak modules from Haiku 6 Mini black frame. With Haiku small, you can count with 380 as a majority, and Haiku large will be 455. In commercial projects, you can count with 545, Haiku 6 large with silver frame, and Haiku 7 small will be 600 watts, and Haiku 7 large will be with 650 watts. Jinko. Jinko presented a lot of N-types, their series Tiger Neo. You can see they have pretty big, let's say, portfolio, which was presented in Intersolar from 430 up to 615 watts. And what will be in our stock? It's a mix of P-type and N-type black frame. You can see here 400 watts for P-type residential small one, and 425 N-type. For that residential, or of course you can use it in a commercial. There is a silver frame 455 P-type, and the black frame 470 watts. For commercial projects, it's 530 and 545. So in these cases, you can be sure with power output that is coming to our stock. Qcells, let's say, repeat their portfolio. There is not some specific new product, but they come with these products this year, basically. So G10 and MLG10 is already in a production, and we have it in our stock, as I said. And for commercial projects or bigger projects, there is that new Qcells G10, or 495 watt peak modules. Majority what we have and mainstream is 370 for that G10 black frame, and 410 P-type also black frame. When we speak about Phono, they presented, let's say, two main products, which is Draco N-type, one smaller up to 430, and the second series with 144 cells, and it's up to 570 watt peaks. In our stock, we will have their P-type. It's 380 black frame and 415 black frame, and for commercial projects you can use 450 P-type silver frame. This was for modules. What is coming to our portfolio and what is going on in on market. Regarding inverters, I will start with SolarEdge. SolarEdge presented a new type of residential hybrid inverters, single phase with single phase battery and three-phase with three-phase battery. That single phase battery is just let's say one capacity 10 kilowatt hours, and that three-phase is stackable. You can see also a new optimizers S series, which we have already in our portfolio. It's S440 and S500. And what is new on the left side, you can see a new commercial or utility scale optimizer S1200, which is for 2 modules. We will have in our stock for sure EV charger from SolarEdge. We will have that new optimizers and for sure that new batteries, and we will focus also on that hybrid inverters, but let's say main focus will be for three-phase hybrid inverters with that batteries. From commercial segment, there is still that setup inverters and synergy managers. It's for projects, but with actual lead times from SolarEdge, we pre-ordered these products, even if it's for projects, but we don't want to let you wait a long time for it. So we pre-ordered also these commercial products for you. Optimizer S1200 series was just announced, and it's for pretty big projects, but also you can count in the future with them. Huawei, let's say, repeat their portfolio, but they come with interesting option for small three-phase inverters. So it's a M series with high, it's a high current version basically. So you can connect, let's say, bigger modules for these little bit smaller projects up to 20 kilowatts. So this is interesting option when you can combine new modules with these inverters. And what we'll have in stock, for sure, single phase and mainly three-phase inverters, which are these days really popular. Also, the advantage is that these Huawei inverters are hybrid. So you can not necessary to have two let's say production series, and they have just one which is standard inverter, but you can connect their Luna battery to this inverter, so they are also hybrid. So for sure Luna hybrid Luna batteries and Luna battery module power modules we will have in stock, and from commercial inverters up to 100 kilowatts for projects. Based on orders, we can purchase for you 185 or 215 watt peaks modules. Fronius have new products which looks really nice. It's Primo Gen 24 and Simo Gen 24. These inverters are hybrid one. Yeah? They have version plus, and these inverters can be connected with external batteries and work in hybrid modes. For commercial projects, have a Fronius Tauro and Eco Tauro. So there is a power range between 50 and 100 kilowatts AC power output. We have pre-orders with Fronius, and to our stock will come single phase, three phase, so Primo Simo, and also Primo Gen 24 and Simo Gen 24 Plus. From commercials, there is still Eco, Simo, and the new Tauro. With Solax as our, let's say, mainly residential focused products, we will have their standard and hybrid inverters plus EV chargers. They presented new series called Mega and Ford. We will have in stock for sure batteries, hybrid inverters, and on-grid inverters, and we pre-ordered also some commercial inverters up to 120 kilowatts for you. Now we will start with ESS, so energy storage system. So there is that Solax batteries that are with that master and slave combination. So there is also necessary to count with some calculation and configuration with let's say cables, with connectors and the proper inverters to connect with them. In Huawei case, there is a little bit easier way that you have to only purchase that battery plus power module, and then proper inverter, which is, as I said, only one version. So all these small versions for residential are suitable for Huawei batteries. In case of SolarEdge, there is a special new inverter, and there is just option if you need backup or not necessary to have it. We for sure we will do a webinar and presentation for you to have it, let's say, clear overview how to properly set the let's say this hybrid system. For sure, your sales contacts, your sales representative from Solarity can help with you with these questions, and in that our regions we have technical support engineers that can help you, and on a regular time they do trainings. So for sure you can ask, and we will help you. Regarding EV chargers, in our portfolio will be what is new basically is a Wallbox company. It's a Spanish company that is focused only on Wallboxes and charging. So they are user friendly, they have nice design, and they don't produce inverters. But there is a Solax, SolarEdge, and Fronius, which are originally inverters manufacturers, or let's say they are from the photovoltaic segment. So they have this synergy between solar inverter and Wallbox. So in case of Solax, there is a new generation of a Wallbox. SolarEdge have also totally new from this Q1, Q2 time, a new Wallbox 22 kilowatt, and then there is a Fronius. They already have it, had it last year. It's let's say a version Go and Home, which is like the cable, as you can see, it's a Go, and permanent mounted on a wall is a version Home. Now I have for you last pool about EV charging. So let's launch it. Okay, a few more seconds. Perfect. So basically 45% of response was yes. You use EV chargers in a residential projects. Only let's say 3% said for commercial, and 18% use combination, and 1/3 of all response no. Thank you for this feedback. So now we are in the end of our presentation, and for sure this webinar you can find in our YouTube channel, and presentation will be sent to your email, and here you can find the contact addresses for Hungarian, for Polish, for Czech, and for international questions. So now let's check Q&A section. If you have some question, please ask, and together with Jan Stolz, we will try to answer you properly. Okay, there is a first question in Czech language. I will translate it. What is the difference between N-type and P-type? Okay. So basically, this is different type of technology. On the beginning of, let's say, era of photovoltaic modules, there were N-type. And then they found out there is a little bit cheaper option, which is P-type. So the mainstream was P-type. And the main difference is efficiency, degradation, but mainly we can see temperature coefficient. So in an area where it's a little bit higher temperature, when you use N-type, the efficiency of the PV module is a little bit higher. So there are several reasons. It's a little bit different type of technology, and yeah, like this. So thank you for this question. Another question: the new SolarEdge battery works with older HD wave inverters? Unfortunately, no. These new batteries, single phase or three phase, work with new single phase or three phase inverters. Hi, when Huawei inverters will be also asynchronic? We don't know. We ask for it. We push Huawei. They know the situation here in Czech Republic. So right now there is no specific question for it. Thank you for a question. So what is the availability ground-mounted system? Perfect, thank you. We cooperate with company Aerocompact, and they are focusing on ground-mounted structures, fixed structures. We have also opportunity to use trackers. So if you are interested in offer, if you have some kind of project, please contact our sales contact, or type to info@Solarity CZ, because the question is in Czech language. Thank you. What are MOQ and order delivery lead time? Yeah, for new clients. So maybe Honza, Jan Stolz can answer what is minimum order quantity.
So we don't have no specified minimum order quantity, but we would like, to have bigger orders. So I would say that in pallets. So we don't like, to deliver in pieces, because it's not worth of logistics. So we definitely encourage our clients, to order at least in pallet quantity.
Okay, thank you for question. If there is no other questions, if you will find some other topic, other question, please contact us via that emails, and we can answer you. Thank you very much for your present, for your attendance, for your interest in Solarity, and see you in next webinar.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and we hope that we will cooperate in long term with you. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.